Hi, gang. It's the Maz and SACK cast. Sack, how are you, buddy?
I'm pretty fantastic. How are you doing?
I was okay. I just got some news, breaking news. The Cobra has passed on. Dave Parker just passed away. He's about to go into the Baseball Hall of Fame in like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Pirates, Cincinnati Reds, Oakland Athletics,
well,
MLB The Show, Diamond Dynasty.
R.I.P.
Yeah, sad news. Apparently, the first inning they announced it at the Pirate game.
How old was he?
1951, so 74.
Right on.
He had Gehrig's disease, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. So
lucky you lived that long.
famous for the big cocaine bust in the 80s. You don't know about that? There's a 30 for 30 on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I've probably seen it, and I probably still don't have enough of a memory of it to be like, oh yeah, that. Oh my god, I know the details on that. I'm bad with shit like that. You know that anyone watching this knows that at this point. At least they should, I guess. I don't know. Fuck, whatever. Okay, good way to start the show. Death.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So, speaking of death, WWE Night of Champions just ended.
Kind of felt like death.
I was there, and then it just fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
It turned into fucking WCW 1999.
A little bit. Yeah, I kind of felt that way. I was fairly sour about the entire thing to the point that I was just kind of like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna say about this without feeling like a total asshole. But I don't know. We're gonna get into it. I guess I'll figure out by the end of it if I'm a total asshole or not.
I don't think you are. So I can tell you where the show changed for me, if that helps.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So they did the first match. I liked it. They did their commercial packages, and what was it? Survivor Series at Petco Park. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Then they did the second match, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then they did a commercial package for the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and I was like, these motherfuckers. And then it just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, it kind of was the moment where it brought you back to the reality of where the product has been going. We were so hot for a nice stretch, and everything felt so good. And I think The Rock really fucked it all up. It really sucks to say that as a fan forever. And I understand that a lot of the YouTubers and the people that talk about wrestling out there, like some people will say it, but there's kind of like that kiss up mentality right now. So if you want to have your stuff blow up about the product, one thing I will not do is kiss the sack of The Rock, because he's kind of like evil. Like I don't know how to put it without getting into a completely off the wall conversation, but the toxicity that it brought in, doing the whole Travis Scott thing, and what the fuck is Cena still doing? Like I still don't get it. I still don't know what part Dwayne is supposed to have played. Like they haven't done anything with it. And then the TKO aspect of the firings and the money, WrestleMania moving. Now this, like it's like gross. If you have any like sense of the morality of things, I guess maybe, I don't know, but the ick factor for me is just off the fucking charts with so much of this. And you're right, that was like the moment that it all came to, like it kind of woke you up. If you watched the first two matches and you were like me and you both actually enjoying it, like, yeah, you know what, this isn't going to be bad, this is going to be fun, they're going to do some cool shit. And then you got that, and then Solo Sokoa and Jacob Fatu with the who's this guy running in? What?
That was the only way out, to be honest.
Like it was. It fell apart quickly, in my opinion. And then once it was done, I mean, I really wanted to enjoy the main event, to be honest, because I mean, that's, those two, seen it a bunch, obviously, but every single time
Money in the Bank 11, it was not.
No. And it never was going to be, because it's 14 years later. Like, it's not
right.
Like, you're not going to get that. But I didn't mind the finish so much, because like with the Money in the Bank briefcase, it kind of made sense, I guess, in a way, to have him come down and mess with a title match. I'm guessing we're going to break these down and we'll get there, but like overall, yeah, the greed part of it, and I mean, I don't want to shit on the fans. Like, they come out and they do their thing, and they're just people, but the cash grabs aspect of the entire business right now just feels really, really gross.
So getting into that greed, one of the first commercials was Raw Mondays here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
it's going to be Raw and SmackDown. So they conveniently quadrupled the price of tickets.
Oh my god!
And now a $700 ticket is now $300 because they're having problems selling them. The greed, though, and with our podcast, we are completely unbiased. So if it's good, we say it's good. If it's bad, we say it's bad.
Yeah.
Check out our WrestleMania 40 or 50, whatever it
night
is.
Night
1 and Night 2 shows.
Yeah.
But I thought the fans, these people, they have shitty lives. They are so excited when WWE comes there, and you can see it. The opening match, Cody and Orton for the King of the Ring, the fans just sang along. They loved it. Everything, like, you see, they're genuine people, and that's where we have to go. Like, people are people.
Yeah.
But we're looking at corporate and blood money, I guess you could say. I'll go there, but actually, Punk went there, so I can go there. But
and then he went there.
After he sucked that dick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the, there's no, like, principle only gets you so far if you're gonna be in business. I mean, there's just a reality to that, and that's why I don't listen to anything that some sort of quote unquote celebrity has to say, because it's all business to them. Like, they'll say whatever they're paid the most to say, and they won't, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Well, you can see that night and day now. Every fucking restaurant has the Sabrina Carpenter or whatever. Everything is endorsed. So
yeah. And obviously WWE, we've talked about it as the transitions happened. It's gone that way too. But like, some of it can be kind of gimmicky and funny. Taking Mania to Saudi Arabia is or not Mania, I'm sorry, the Royal Rumble. Like, it's, I don't know, but I mean, it would be where, in a fucking baseball stadium somewhere or something to that effect, and it would cost, $7,000 to sit in nosebleeds at this point. Like, I
imagine what they're paying over there.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, man. Look, I'm not there. I can be the moral police, or I can be the this, that, and it wouldn't matter, because even if we're saying something that's true or right, like, somebody doesn't believe it, or somebody wants it to be another way. Like, there's no real way to talk about this shit anymore, other than to just say it's clearly about money, and if that's what they're concerned with, then at least you can look at them and be like, hey, from a moral standpoint or from a business standpoint, these guys are 100% committed to the money. So, you know, you make your decisions on whether or not you're going to support it, watch it, give them your money based on that. And I mean, I'm always a wrestling fan for the product. We've been through so many generations at this point that like there have been different times where things have been about different things. I mean, there was the steroid era, which it was about dudes that looked a certain way and they were He-Man fucking dolls, you know, like there's always been something, and it always tends to be about money. It always tends to be about profit, chasing it, you know, sacrificing any principle or moral you might have for the sake of money. So it's not much different. I mean, it hasn't. It's just a little. It just feels like a lot of things in the world right now. Actually, to me, and maybe this isn't to everybody, but somebody might feel it. It just feels so much more obvious, and that kind of goes with like a lot of things. Like you can just
they're
like,
not even trying to hide it. It's
right?
just,
Yeah,
it is
things
what it
just
is.
aren't even hidden anymore. It's just you're gonna deal with it anyway. So you know, we're all gonna bend the knee, and that's what it's gonna be. I mean, I'm not personally, but that's a whole other conversation.
Check him out on SACK streams, and you
Yeah,
can
sure.
find
I
out
haven't done
that.
anything on there in so fucking long.
I don't even know where to transition here.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We started with Cody and John.
Well, I was going to say if they would have kept
Randy.
Saudi Arabia separate, like they had been, and now it's just pushed in your face. I think that's kind of where it goes over. But
yeah, when it felt like it was just you know, it was like a glorified house show type thing. It was like if you watched them go over to London, or like it wouldn't quite be a quote unquote PLE, but it was you know a giant house show with all the entertainers, but nothing was going to happen of any consequence, right? Because it's a glorified house show.
Yeah, all those little trinket trophies that they've put for
I
everything,
mean,
bringing
the
all the
clowns
old
tonight
guys
were
back.
ridiculous. They weren't practical at all. Nobody could like Jade tried putting it on her head and then instantly realized that, you know, she couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, Cody didn't even try. He didn't even pretend. He just held it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was a gimmick. It was a gimmick. Just like that giant fucking ugly belt, you know, and I get it. Give them what they pay for. That's fine. But once it's a big, especially a big fucking Royal Rumble, you know, like that's a completely different animal. Like that's one of those things that the whole road to WrestleMania is built on now, right? Like it's the start. So it's not gonna. I mean, it's gonna have to be a real show, and you're gonna have to do so. You're gonna do a women's Royal Rumble with every single one of them being head to toe covered, like. I mean,
and then you have Perth for Crown Jewel as well, so it just keeps going.
Yeah,
not that there's anything wrong with that, but what they're doing, if you can't clearly see it, is they're going overseas so that they can make more money.
Yeah, because they don't get it as much, you know, like American crowds have been desensitized. Now we've started bitching about paying for it. So okay, fine. See you later. And then it'll be, hey, when we come to your town, and instead of that 14,000 seat stadium that we used to go to, we're going to go to the one that holds 32,000, and you're going to pay double or triple. Sorry.
Yeah, to see nothing.
Pretty much.
All right. So, King of the Ring, Cody and Randy. The winner of this gets a title shot at SummerSlam. Did they do that last year? I feel like they did.
I don't know.
Because I think Nia won last year and she had a title shot. I don't know. Whatever. Babyface versus babyface. So weird.
It was.
You're kind of looking and you're like, is Cody gonna turn? Is Randy gonna turn? And at the end of it, Cody felt shame for hurting Randy.
Shame.
For hurting Randy.
Yeah, for hurting Randy.
Yeah, like okay. Match was good. Yeah. Everything was crisp. They went hard. I wish I could say the same for Punk and Cena, but it's different. So, but Cody and Randy, they this is probably my second favorite match of the night. Maybe first, I don't know. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty well done. Randy went for the back, like, oh, my sciatic, like right away, which I don't mind. They were, like you said, it was babyface, but they both kind of like touched on if they were going to go a little bit darker, like, which, they're not doing anything here, but I don't know. They made it entertaining, and you're right. They definitely they worked a lot more than John and Punk, but it's a completely different match with a completely different set of circumstances, and we'll get there. But this it was definitely a good opener, and with the energy from the crowd, both guys really felt it and moved it forward. It was good. It was good.
I wouldn't say it was 5 stars. I don't know if it was 4 stars, but it was good. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Next, we go to the street fight between Rhea and Raquel. Am I wrong, or did they stumble into having something with Raquel?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a weird when it comes to her. I don't know if they've misused her. I don't know if they've just put her next to Liv to just keep a spotlight on her until they're ready to use her. I really don't know. I actually, like, this match felt so pointless, and like there was just no need for it whatsoever. It was just to get mommy on the card. And I'm whatever, I'm not going to cry about that again. They're getting paid a lot of fucking money to give these people what they want. But Raquel held her own in a way that it probably didn't see coming. I still don't know if she has anything, because who's she gonna be? The way she's been,
that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly right. The way she's been around Liv, it just doesn't. There's just nothing there. It's kind of like a wall, like, and it's not about in ring. It really doesn't have anything to do with that. She's big. She's a powerhouse. She can do stuff for sure, and she did show that tonight. But I don't know. Liv's gone, so now it's either sink or swim for her. Roxanne getting involved was pretty great. Like,
yeah, but again, you go back to the whole there in Saudi.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
So it's so weird. Raquel is like 1.5 times the person that Rhea is. Like, Rhea is normally huge, and Raquel
Rhea looks small. Like, in that with the bodysuit and with everything else, like, and then with Raquel, I agree. I agree. It was kind of shocking. And then again, when Roxanne came out, it was like, oh my God, look at the mini me.
Yeah,
That was by far the
legitimately.
most perverted moment I had, though, because she wore that bodysuit, man. Holy cow.
Disgusting!
Roxanne Perez, she's a little prize. She's a little prize. She's tiny. She's fantastic. And her personality, like her charisma, like if Raquel had that, she'd be a star. But you got a woman who's tiny and firecrackery, but she's got like loads of charisma and personality on screen. And then you've got a giant who has like none. And it's like, which one are you which one are you gonna push?
Yeah. Was the story of this Raquel is mad at Rhea because Liv got hurt in the match with Rhea? Like none
Allegedly.
of it made sense.
Yeah, again, it wasn't really thought out. It was just to get her on the card. But
Yeah.
obviously Roxanne coming out is a Judgment Day situation.
Right.
So I can't believe they're still kicking around, man. Like it's crazy.
So that went 14 minutes. Cody and Randy went 19:45.
Okay.
Next, we have Sammy and Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross comes out, huge ovation. They pissed in his mouth tonight.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it felt to me, too.
Yeah, like the dude has gotten over by himself. There hasn't been anything to help him, and then they finally put him on. I was like, "There's no way he's gonna lose," and then they fucking killed him.
Yep. And I mean, it wasn't even impressive, to be honest. Like Sammy has taken some monumental beatings, and this wasn't one of them. I don't really have much to say on this. I would love to see more of Karrion. Like I'd like to see him be put in positions where it makes sense. And the character building isn't being done right now. There's some like it's not being done. Everything is very much either you're talking directly to someone that's in front of you on the mic, or you're dealing very much with what's going on in the ring. And again, it's a culture thing. It's what they want it to be right now, what their productions are. I'm not necessarily even shitting on it. It's just it feels very different. It feels, I don't know. And yeah, like there are so many people right now that it feels like we're going back to like the late 80s, early 90s, where it's like there's so many people floating around the mid card that you're kind of like, oh, I might know them or I might know their name, but what are they doing? Like what are they actually doing within the whole thing? Like the whole product? What are they putting out? Are they moving up? Are they moving down? Who's doing anything right now? Your main event guys are your main event guys. Guess what? They're still the same guys they were 2 years ago. It's not changing.
So to hit on two things that you said, production and what are they doing? They can both tie in together. You watch a match now, and it is so overproduced with the replays. They're doing 3 moves of replays at the same time. You don't know if it's a replay or the match. What are they doing? And Karrion Kross, we've had LA Knight kind of shoved down our throats for 2 years now. Give Karrion that push. Put him, try something different. It's a whole different feel, but
nothing. And like you said, they kind of pissed on him tonight. It was a subpar match. I mean, Sammy had a pop because of where they are and all that. And then they essentially just buried him like immediately.
Yep, he's done.
Everybody wanted to see this. Okay, here you go, and he's gone.
Yep.
Sad.
What the fuck are they doing? Like, Scarlett and her Twitter last night, they posted a picture of them walking down the street. and they were just getting mobbed by all the kids and all the fans, and like it was kind of like, oh, we didn't know that we were over, but look, here we are. And apparently somebody didn't like them because they just fucking shit on them today.
Their entrance tonight was like, I hadn't ever seen it in that, like, for that content. Like, it was fucking cool. It was different.
Right?
It was interesting.
It's different.
Like, yeah, it had its own personality. It wasn't the copy and paste that we're getting right now, because that is the thing. More and more and more and more, it is copy and paste. It's the crappy music that you can't really pick out of a lineup, you know, like,
but you can hum to or make a noise to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's man, I don't want to, like, I hate that it feels like we go from a place where we were really hyping everything up down to a place like, and it's happened relatively quickly. And I'm not saying I know anything, because I don't, about why or what, but it's observable. Like, I feel like it's observable at this point. That it's
we were there though, like we've already spoken about WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were there night one. We hated night one, and we were back on night two. So, what our next show will probably be after Saturday night's main event or whatever.
Yeah, that weekend.
Could be really good.
It could be.
But today wasn't.
Gunther and Goldberg. You really pulling for that to be amazing.
Well, if Goldberg has to put Gunther over,
yeah,
so that would be amazing.
Unless he concusses the shit out of him, and it's fucking.
Well, it's his last match, so he has to put him over. But should Gunther just won the title back, you can't put it back on Goldberg, so it's going to be amazing that you get him out the door.
Yeah. I'm not counting on it being a masterpiece is all I'm saying.
No, not masterpiece. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't do it in Saudi, so it's going to have some type of meaning. So wait till the next Saudi show when Goldberg comes back there, because they paid money.
There you go.
The next match, Jacob Fatu defending the United States Championship against Solo. You want to take this one? Because
why?
So I honestly, we love Jacob here.
Oh yeah.
I'm not mad because of the way it was done.
Okay.
Solo needs it. He needs a win more than Jacob does.
Yeah.
You had what, 3? You had what is JC Mateo.
Yeah,
which is the dumbest fucking
Tongaloa,
and then Hikaleo.
Tongaloa. Yeah.
So
yeah. And I mean, Michael Cole kind of stumbled over that whole thing, and it kind of made it like, what the fuck is happening? I feel like they should have all came out at once or whatever, and just kind of attacked. Like, it didn't work the way they did it. I love this match, actually. Like, there's a lot of, like, the history behind it is kind of good. I really enjoy watching Jacob and Solo, because like they're family and all that, the same deal, but they're both entertaining. I really think Solo is one of the smarter, like, more like intelligent looking wrestlers on the roster. Like, he knows how to work a match. He knows how to pace it. He knows how to use psychology. Solo is actually really, really good. He just, they don't, I mean, he's not over. He's probably not getting over, but this, like, well, you said,
he's not over because he hasn't won a fucking match in 2 years. That's
right.
Why.
And well, I mean, and now he's got the belt and he's got his crew. Jacob's going to have to chase, and he's probably going to need some help. Right. So there's a lot that they can do there. This to me was like the only match that, like, meant anything in the long run for any of this. You know, like I understand Cody, like the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring, they get a match at SummerSlam. That's fine. But like, especially for the women, the only thing they could do that has any build up would be if Jade went after, that belt, the Tiffy's belt, and Naomi somehow gets involved. Whatever.
They probably will, yeah.
Right. But like this is like a long-term storyline between these two guys, and it's not over, right? Like Randy and Cody, that's done. Freaking Rhea and
Raquel.
Rhea and Raquel might not be done. They might, whatever. I don't know. It depends if Judgment Day is going to keep going after Rhea for some reason. But like more than likely, it's kind of a dead storyline with nothing really to it. Sammy and Karrion, they're probably going to keep messing around because they don't know what to do with Karrion. They're
probably going to 50-50 the hell out of it.
Yeah, and he should be in the ear of somebody bigger than Sami Zayn, in my opinion, but that's a whole other conversation. But Solo and Jacob, they're a deal. Like that is something that, especially if the two of them continue to grow, they're going to be, you know, they'll be in a championship match at some point against each other, where whatever they build right now is going to come out then, kind of thing too. So
I mean, I don't know, man. It could be a second War Games match.
Yeah, absolutely.
It won't be.
Yeah, but it could be, and it would be freaking amazing because, like, right? they're perfect for it, and there's enough of everybody to go around, kind of thing. And yeah, I'm into it. This match in particular was a little bit more. I mean, it was sandwiched in the middle of some stuff that you just kind of like weren't necessary. Like, I can't imagine that anyone was like just so drawn in by this show at this point that they were like, oh my God, I'm just so into it. I can't imagine that was the case. So they didn't do a very good job of like investing people, but there was some good shit. I like both these guys. And the ring interference was probably like the low point of the entire thing, because it didn't go over well.
Didn't need it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go there.
I mean, it needed it, but the way it was done, it didn't need to be done that way.
You had to leave Jacob sitting there by himself, right? Like he turned his back on Solo. See, that's like the other fun thing about this story. Like, Fatu is like, you know, Jacob is kind of like the guy that's over, but Solo is the one that got like turned on, you know, like and I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, because they built it up obviously, and Jacob was always going to turn, but he's alone as like the quote unquote good guy. I like that. Like I like that. That's a tale as old as time in these stories. But when Michael
can run a gauntlet,
when Michael can't even tell you who a guy is that's coming back and like have it mean something, you should have just had all three of them run down and have that be the end of it.
Is Jeff Cobb the worst free agent signing they've had? Like, he literally has brought nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I was much more excited when Bronson Reed came down later, you know, like,
right.
And he didn't do anything either. That was weird.
That was weird.
Anyway, yeah, we're almost there, because this is just steaming along. Because to be honest, there are only so many things we can make up to say about this. It wasn't good for having conversations. Sadly,
no, it was a steaming pile of shit.
Pretty much.
Speaking of steaming pile of shit, how did Jade and Asuka become the final of the Queen of the Ring?
I mean, I don't know.
Asuka just came back like a week ago, and she's in the final.
Yeah, Jade is still too green, in my opinion. But we've been saying this for far too long for it to still be the message. You know, her pin wasn't clean. Like it's her. She doesn't know how to pace at all.
No, not at all. Like the promo at the end was okay.
Mm-hmm.
She is. You look at her and you're like, she's something.
Yeah,
and she's in there with one of the best workers in Asuka, and she didn't do herself any favors.
No. Asuka looked fresh. Like she was like quick. She looks like she got in some like rest time and recovery, and like I want to see more Asuka. You know, like that. It's not always the case when people come back like this, especially when they're up in their career years. Because Asuka's been doing this forever. Like,
yeah, she's. I think she's over 40, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I got it right here. Just got to load. She's 43.
There you go. So she's my age. She's as old as me.
I'm the same age as you.
Yeah. This same as us. Okay, there you go.
Jade, on the other hand, is 33.
Which, I mean, to be a rookie essentially is, you know, oof. But yeah, Asuka looked great. I want to see more of Asuka, just not with Jade. I don't know. Again, this match didn't really these King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring things like really meant nothing in my opinion. There's a really good chance that Asuka is still going to go back to Raw and challenge Io, because Io doesn't have anybody right now. And I mean, to be completely honest, I would love to see Io Sky and Asuka for a title at SummerSlam. I would fucking love it. Especially if they booked them for like a 20-minute match. I think it would be absolutely fucking amazing.
Have Kyrie interfere.
Oh God, yes. Like, but Jade, again, it's Naomi and that whole storyline, which still isn't fully fleshed out. You know, Naomi's done her turn and is just more ridiculous and awful than she's ever been.
Somehow she's going to screw Jade.
Yeah, and I hope that's what it is, because honestly, Tiffy is basically the best thing they have going for the SmackDown side of championships. Like,
where's Charlotte?
She's over there too. Alexa Bliss, they're all over there. But Tiffy is continuing to prove that she is the future. Like she's on top for a reason. She's hella good and super over. Just it's Tiffy time, and it has been for a while. We called that shit, man. We saw that coming.
We did. Tune back in our old episodes again.
Yep.
I did want to cover one thing I forgot to mention during Rhea and Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
The finish. Did you catch? So it was the table on the corner of the ropes.
Yes.
The referee holding
the table for them. Yeah.
Oh God.
It was. I mean, they weren't hiding it. He was holding the table for him. For that riptide. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
fuck.
You know. It's not what
Speaking of referees, John Cena versus CM Punk.
Fucking Chuck Rob took a big one for the team. Holy shit, man. Charles Robinson running down, and Cena just fucking just body checked him into the fucking stairs. That was awesome. Like, Charles Robinson is still taking bumps in some of the, like, in any time you see him at this point, you're just like, the ref's taking a bump.
It might have been the best bump of the night too.
It may have been.
This 26 minutes of just what the fuck are we doing here?
It started off okay. Like they were gonna do an old school Cena, Punk match that took a while to build, and like they start off kind of stifling each other's offense instead of doing a whole lot. Lot of holds because they're both kind of slower workers, to be honest. I mean,
well,
Cena
John. He's clearly trying to protect himself in the worst way. Like he don't want to bump.
No. But from a character standpoint, there were so many points where I was like, he's just doing what he's supposed to be doing. John's doing exactly what John said he was going to do because he's the anti-Cena. And, instead of hustling, he's being lazy, and all of that. The worst part of the entire match was when he looked at the fucking camera when they hugged at the end. And there are a lot of low points. No, I'm just saying that because it felt like they had earned a moment of like, okay, maybe he's coming back, maybe he's showing some weakness or whatever, and then it's just a dead stare into the camera.
The Travis Scott, yeah,
but he's not looking at someone else. He's looking into the fucking camera like it's the Office
acting.
or something, like
he's acting.
It's so bad. It was so cheesy and so bad.
The worst part. No, the worst part. That was the worst part was the fucking GTS that Cena took that he didn't get off the ground for. Dude,
like you said, he's not bumping. He's just not. He's
not at all.
He's protecting himself and he's protecting the character a little bit too, as part of that. Because in the end, I think he'll be able to say that he did this run the way it was built. Like, and he stuck true to what the character was supposed to be and everything else. We may not like it, but that's kind of the point. Punk was a little disappointing overall. Like he just
there was something way off.
Yeah. It just didn't. I don't know, man. It wasn't great. Look, I can sit here and stumble over my words all I want, but the fact of the matter is, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. And when the ref went down, and then you think you're going to get another. Yeah. John fucking knocked, because that's one thing he's more than willing to do right now is hurt refs. And when Seth came down, I was like, okay, this is okay, because he's still involved in that picture. He wants his chance to be the one to dethrone John. He still hates Punk, blah, blah, blah. Like it makes total sense.
They have a lot of outs in all of these matches.
Yes.
Ways that they've gone.
Yes. And I think that's part of the problem. You just have too many and they don't make sense, or they're kind of shoehorned, or they're like, okay, yeah, I'll accept that, but it doesn't actually build to anything. It's just an out, right? That's all it is. It's not like that doesn't progress anything. Like you already know this about Seth. You already know who Seth is going after. He wasn't going to cash it in because he was in his suit. It was all for show. We can see that. Okay, fine. But then get a clean ending to the match when Cena fucking just body checks Chuck Robb. And it's like, oh my God. Well, what are we getting? Are we even getting an ending? Will there be a DQ? What is going to happen here? And I mean, the whole hug situation, like, so unearned if you're not giving him he's learned a little, you know. If you're not actually doing that, then why pretend? Like, what does it even serve? He wasn't tricking Punk. It's not like it helped him win it's not like it helped him win the match or anything. Like it was just so stupid. There were so many parts of it that
bad.
was that, but the people in Saudi Arabia got the show that they fucking paid for, and that's part of
the match. They got the sing along.
Yep.
They got,
and that's part of the issue with the Riyadh shows is they're structured for what they got paid to do, and it's been that way since they started them. You know, the whole Undertaker fucking Goldberg debacle. You know, like. There's so many things. The greatest Royal Rumble, right? Like, are we gonna
Titus?
Yeah, when Titus went under the ring. But like, that's the thing. You do something like that, and you're getting a Titus O'Neil running down, going under the ring. You're not having a Royal. It's just it was about them. The sheiks or the princes or whatever they call themselves. They got what they paid for, and that's fine. But overall, the product is slipping.
It is, but is it not funny with the sheiks that they're all surrounded the ring, and then the people are behind them, and it's like we're better than you kind of shit.
Well, they, you know,
Paul Heyman has evolved yet again. The way he comes out carrying the Money in the Bank, looking at Seth, like. He might be the best worker in the game right now.
It's Paul Heyman. I mean, when has he not been?
My God,
his run is the GM on SmackDown, like all the way. You know, you can go. Paul has always been about the business, and he might be the most influential. Like he's right up there with Vince. Like overall. Like I know Vince did what he did at a different, like they're a different generation of it, but like without Paul, it isn't where it is right now by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all.
He's been the constant, and like everyone, he's not just a manager. That dude has like so much more that he does. And
then the other thing that Paul's doing is Roman is MIA again, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, nobody's even taught. Like it's not even a thing. I assume that he'll come back, but to be perfectly honest, I think for me, I haven't realized it because there's nothing that makes me want him to come back. There's no, like, I don't care to see him ever again. His title reign is why I took time off from watching the product. Like, it's just I have no love for Roman Reigns at all.
So are we going to get some kind of tag because Seth comes out with Braun and Bronson, then Penta comes out, Penta lays waste, and Sammy came out. So are we going to get a 6-man? Is that the angle that we figure out from this?
To be completely honest, dude, making predictions right now with the way things are, especially coming out of this show, it just feels like completely, like I feel completely incapable. Like there's nothing that I'm looking at it going, oh, this is for sure what's happening. This is for sure what's happening. Other than obviously Cody is going to go after John, right? Like,
yeah, that's it.
I mean, and of course, again, like who was going to take the belt from John? Well, probably Cody. Like, I don't know. And maybe we'll get something good out of it. Maybe that's, but at this point, I feel like if they get something that really sparks the crowd and they get something over on us, it's going to kind of be by like accident or happenstance. It's not going to be because, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm being worked this whole time and they've got great plans out there that are just going to shock us all. And this has all been a long run to some cool shit, but that just doesn't happen very often. When you get down bad paths and they're just not working and you get stuck and you don't have anybody really to fix it. Because right now, I think that's part of the problem. They don't have somebody that is so big or great that they can fix something. They can step in and make something better. Cody, maybe, but he's such a, I don't even know how to put it. Like everything is about what he does outside of the ring too for his popularity, you know, his podcasts, is this, is that, Brandy, like his past, you know, that
he's like on a different planet right now too.
Mm-hmm.
But like he lost at WrestleMania, and now you're gonna get 6 months of John, and then he's gonna get the title back. Like it's all for what?
I would assume so. Yeah. I mean, exactly. No, I mean that's the point. Like that's exactly it. It's going to go from boom to boom to boom, and it's still in the same spot. All we got was 6 months of the farewell Cena tour where he carried the belt around and was a bad guy that was going to take it. You know, like
It's for nothing.
Yeah.
It is. It's to say that he has one more title reign than Ric Flair.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much
That's all this is.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of that right now. There aren't a lot of things that I'm popping up going, man, but this is so good. You know, even the Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, I mean, they feel like maybe they're in the mud a little bit, even though they shouldn't be. They should be up running, man. They should be running the show. They should be the fucking steal the thunder of the whole show, blah, blah, blah. That's what they should be doing. They just kind of feel like slow and stuck. And it's probably not about them as performers as much as it is they're just kind of being thrown a lot of, oh, this person's involved and this person's involved and this is going to tell this story. And none of it's actually good storytelling. It's just kind of like, what are we going to throw in here? Like you said, it feels a little like WCW back in the day. Kind of.
Yeah.
This show definitely had that feel to it when you had multiple interferences. I mean, multiple interferences. Yeah.
And it wasn't just one, it was multiple people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2 of the interferences were more than one person, right? They were 3 people, 4 people in one of them. 3 people in both. 3 and 2. And then you had fucking Sammy and it just kept going. And, and you know, at least with Raquel and Mommy, it was just Roxanne.
Right. But that's half of the card right there. With multiple
right, exactly. I mean, and that's like when you had Sammy come down in the last one, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? He had a match. Who's he connected to? Like, why is he even doing this? What is the point?
Why didn't Carrion come out and beat him up, like to get some comeback?
There's just it was for the show. Like that's the thing. It was for the show. For the live crowd. Right. It was
all we can hope is this was a one-off and we get back to cooking in 2 weeks.
Yep. Absolutely. Which in 2 weeks is when we get
NXT Great American Bash, which right now has 2 matches. Obafemi defending the NXT title against Yoshiki Inamura.
Okay.
And I believe this is the debut match of Blake Monroe, Mariah May, teaming with Jordan Grace versus Fatal Influence and JC Jane. This show
Okay.
will be coming live from Center Stage Theater, the home of.
Uh-oh.
Is that exciting to you?
Oh, you kind of broke up. Say it again. Uh-oh.
Then the next night,
Oh, no. Hey, buddy. Are you back? Mike?
yeah,
Mike? Are you back?
we're back. Where
I
were
mean,
we?
I didn't go anywhere. I was still recording and my screen was still up. So,
You froze on my end.
yeah, you disappeared and you froze and then you disappeared on my end. So,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
then the next night is Evolution,
Yes.
and there is one match: JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship.
Ooh. Right on.
So I would imagine Jordan's going to get her flowers that night.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, like to Evolution. I think it'll be fun. It'll probably be a really cool show.
Hopefully.
I've said it recently and I'm going to keep saying it. I think the women's division is on fire. Like, and I just think they have a lot of fucking talent right now. Like a lot of young talent, a lot of up and comers that are just, and I don't know how much Sean has to do with it, to be honest. Like, I don't know what everyone's role is. I don't want to say it's give credit to people that don't deserve it, but the development and the skill level is getting to be pretty entertaining. I mean, we've seen it with Roxanne. Julia got a title like
Last night
you
before
know,
Stephanie.
yeah. So I mean, it's great right now. So I'm looking forward to that because I don't know what the card will look like as far as like you just said. There's one match so far that's been announced, so I don't know who will all be there, but it should be worth watching for sure.
That show will be going head to head with the Major League Baseball draft.
Mm.
So that means have your stubs ready that night. You're buying packs.
Buddy, we'll get there. So that wraps up the wrestling segment, huh?
Oh, it was wrapped up when that fucking show ended.
Yeah, for
I
real.
give that show a D.
Yeah. I'll give it a D plus just to be nice. So yeah. All right. So baseball.
Baseball.
So
You play baseball?
I got Schwarber right before we logged on.
What?
For 101,000 stubs.
Wow.
Yeah, I went in and played the Diamond Quest for Bryson Stott because that card right now is going for like almost 20 grand.
Mm.
And I got him three. I did it where as soon as I beat the stadium and got the card, as I saw I got the card, I quit the quest and went and sold it, came back in and did it again. I got him 3 times in a row.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so I stacked up real quick and then I was like, okay, I'll put in an order for Schwarber. And I was gonna text you and be like, okay, do I put the order in for Schwarber or do I buy the vault pack? And based on what you got this morning, I was like, I'm not buying that fucking vault pack. I'm getting Schwarber. So
yeah. So then that gets you Seager too, right?
Yep. I'm done with that.
Good.
So now I either need to get Shohei or I need to buy Devin Williams and then I have Ted.
Devin Williams will get Thursday for 4K because
For real? Is he going to be in one of the rewind packs?
Yeah. Okay. It'll be him and Grady Sizemore.
Then I'll wait till Thursday. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the new program
Inning
will come out, right?
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they were releasing on if you're watching right now and you're totally confused, we're talking about MLB The Show. Um,
As
it's a
we
game.
often do.
It's a game that we play and we love to talk about. Yeah, I saw they were doing it on the 3rd, and I was like, oh, so 4th of July is on Saturday. My wife's like, 4th of July
It's
is on
Friday.
Friday. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're doing it today, like before the holiday. I like that. Very, very cool of them.
It'll be the new inning too, so you can get bosses.
And it'll be the new weekend classic. So it'll be we won't get the new multiplayer program until after it's done, though, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll finish the multiplayer program within the first couple games, since all I need is like 12 runs or something like that. So
I need 42.
holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe we just need to play for fun then in ranked.
Yeah, we play some co-op.
Get some runs. If I finish it early, I don't really give a shit. I'm still gonna play weekend classic because I put myself up into silver on purpose. Like
it's worth it because the Turner is going for like 220 if you get 1 in 16 of that.
Well, but I don't know. Like, so that's the thing. I don't know what the difference between the bronze 2 and the silver 1 or whatever.
No, I'm talking for the program. The chase pack that the bundle you get is for.
Oh yeah, because they came out with the new chase pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call, because that card's going for like 200K right now.
That's why I said I'm not playing it with Mauer, because Mauer is not going.
Nobody wanted Mauer. He's trash.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so many good catchers.
Well, that's yeah, no shit. I'm still using Adley though. Adley is been an absolute baller for me. It just like hits so well. I'm about to P5 him. I P5'd Moncada this week. I don't know. I think I got one more a pitcher, but I've been using him and Ian Kinsler at second base.
I just got him right before we went on. I finished that.
I feel like you hit his sweet spot every fucking swing. Like, even if it's off, even if it's a late swing, you'll hit his fucking sweet spot. Like, I don't know. Michael Young, I'm not as big of a fan of, though.
You always love Michael Young.
Yeah, I know. But he hasn't been. Dude, I still don't have a shortstop that I love. Like, the closest thing is. Oh, yeah. Well, I have Seager now, so I'll put Seager in there for sure to get used to him, because I don't normally like Seager, but this card's probably a little too good to. And Carlos Santana is it's still so good. I don't get it. Like, at this point in the game, he shouldn't be as good as he is, but it
might be the best card in the game.
To hit for average.
I need 5. He hits bombs too.
Oh, I know, but he hits for average, which I like, because a lot of guys don't. When you're trying to hit home runs with guys like Richie Sexton, I will never hit for average for. I'm either going to hit a home run or I'm going to strike out, because his swing is just, he's a freaking ape. It's like hitting with Judge. The strike zone's so huge and everything else. Like, it just, my style of game, I can't get around on anything. I'm already late on every fastball as it is, even with quick hitting guys. But whatever.
I need 5 primes. How many do you need?
2.
2.
The 2 that are 60K.
Of course.
Yeah, because the fucking Diamond Quest for that. I did that twice, both things. Nothing. Not one of those fucking packs. The deluxe packs. Not one.
Oh, I got Robin Roberts and both of mine from the program.
Yeah.
So why even fucking bother?
Yeah.
I wanted to show this off.
Oh. That thing is so cool.
It's got the spray. If you can see it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The head with the mist.
Oh,
I don't often buy them, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that one, man. It's a good one to get. It's a good one for the display.
Well, yeah, I gotta fix all that. Oh, none of mine sold. I just finished that pipeline quest I'd been sitting on, and I got Burns and Shaw. That was all I got, but they're still both at like 10K.
Yeah, that's the one I was working this week over and over and over again. Was just Shaw.
Yeah, he's not supercharged anymore. Burns.
He was getting a little bit more. It was like 11K instead of 8. So it was. I mean, but yeah, I figure I'm gonna keep trying. If I keep getting Bryson Stott over and over again, I'm just gonna keep going for Bryson Stott. But
are you
I know that
straight to the stadium.
What's that?
Are you just going straight to the stadium?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'll do that too then.
Yeah. I go straight there. I don't. That was another thing with the Diamond Quest one is that everything is a mini boss, and I'm there. I don't have a problem with that, but they can take a little bit longer because you gotta watch every pitch. You gotta wear them down. So they take a little bit longer. And then you were only getting a show pack or a ball pack, maybe if you were lucky or whatever. And it's like with the City Connect packs that you were talking about, I did another one today, didn't get one. And it's like, and I had a showdown too, and I didn't get one. I got a show pack instead.
I did one yesterday and I got 3 in one round.
So that's the thing that makes it suck. Like, because you like gambling with your stubs is one thing, but gambling with your time is like kind of different. And it gets really annoying when you go through the whole thing, even if you don't do the whole thing, but let's say you do both stadiums and you just breeze to each stadium. And you get no epic reward, maybe one or no epic or rare rewards even, and then you get like 3 silver packs. It's like, well, that fucking sucked, But if I get somebody in the first stadium, if I get the card that I want to sell, I just exit it and go do it again and go sell it.
That's probably what I should do.
Yeah, because you're risking too much if you go to a second stadium and you lose them. Like I would like rage quit if that fucking happened. Yeah. Like the only time I've gone to a second stadium is if I didn't get the epic reward in the first stadium, then it's like, well, I'm not going to lose all those stubs. I'm going to go try the second stadium to get an epic reward. And I've lost once and twice now because I did it on that DQ one. I didn't realize I was going to play the whole fucking lineup of prime cards. Like I had no idea. I knew when I got to the first one and saw they were all summer cards, I was like, oh, well, this is different. This is a bit of a step up in like paying attention competition for a 3-inning game. And then the other one had all the prime cards and I just got, they fucking yoked me. And I was like, well, I wasn't paying attention. Like I wasn't pitching like I was playing ranked, but still like it sucked. Lost 9 packs. I was like, fuck this. I'm done with this one. So like you said, I'll just go play my silvers. The fact of the matter is this is farming, right? Like it's
farming.
Yeah. That's all it is farming. And you and I happen to be at the point in the game where we have all of the content done. So if we're going to keep playing, we're going to be farming. That's what we're going to be doing. And with the expensive numbers that are on a lot of these cards, like that's the only choice we have. We have to just keep farming. I mean, otherwise we'd stop playing, and I don't want to stop playing.
If you think about it though, right now, like you're not in an inning, so you don't need XP. You're just doing that for wheel spin.
Yep.
But you
and the wheel spins are trash anyway.
I just got the Ultra and I got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I got an Ultra last night and I didn't get shit.
Of
I didn't
course.
get
Yeah.
anybody. I got all the base. Everything was quick sell. All 5 cards were quick sell. And then I got a chase card yesterday, a chase pack from it yesterday. And I got oh the Giants pitcher,
Logan Webb.
Logan Webb. And it's just, dude, if it's not him, it's Andres Munoz, or it's just the
Joe
same
Ryan.
people. Joe, oh my God, Joe Ryan. If it's purple and a starting pitcher, man, it at this point for most of the gameplay crowd, if it's purple and it's a starting pitcher, you're automatically just like, fuck you. Because it's just, yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
But you need 2 primes that are 100K, or that's 100K. If you do 2 diamond quests on nude threads, get everything, you're there.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean that's what I'm going to be doing, continuing to do, because, well, I mean, unless you want to fucking get some runs, like we can fucking
do
play.
that,
dude. We've been hey, if we're I don't even know. I'm going to edit it at the end of the thing, and we're going to do a close off. I don't even know if this will even make it in, or if this is just us talking. It might go into the show as like a prologue or an intro or something. But yeah, I like playing online, like doing the co-op, like that's been fucking amazing. Like I didn't realize.
Is it hard for you to put that shit on Twitch? That's what we should do.
Well, I mean, we can talk about it. We can use this, and I can get it onto OBS as like a virtual camera, and I can get this up on. I can get it up on Twitch. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know how it works with, like, because I have to run game capture too, which I have. That's not a problem. But like the audio is the thing that I'm not 100% sure how to make work properly, because it's almost like we would have to set up our mics, but then our headsets would have to go through our game, which, I mean, that's
just put the headset. Just use the headset. You should be able to hear me talk when you're game capturing.
Yeah, but I want to be able to hear my game. I want to be able to hear my game too, like, because you need the pitching sounds. That's why I turn off the commentary.
No. What I'm saying, if you do it on Twitch, you should be able to hear me talk. I know what you're saying. Okay.
But no, that would be on a delay. It would be what I'm saying is, because when we're playing a game, we're on the Xbox channel when we're talking, right?
Yeah.
So we could still do that, but we have these hooked up through the streaming thing so that it's picking up what we're both saying, but it's not picking us up through the headphones. So like everybody would still be able to hear us. We can hear our game, they can hear our game, but we wouldn't be able to, like, and we would hear each other through, like, we'd basically be talking into 2 separate mics. Like, you'd have to use your gaming headset, but use this mic.
Well, we don't have to, even on Twitch?
Why does Twitch make a difference in your mind? What about it being Twitch makes it make a difference in your mind?
No, Twitch would just grow your channel. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what does that have to, how, like, I'm talking about
we're entertaining.
Communicate.
We would be able to communicate. I've seen people play co-op on Twitch, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And that's what I'm telling you. We would have to get, like, we would have to have, I'm just telling you what the setup would be.
Okay. You know more than I do. That's
we would have to have our mics, because we would use Talk Studio so that we could have our video up.
Is that what your kid did when he did it? Persona?
Yeah.
Oh,
he didn't use the live studio. He used OBS, which is still, I mean, we need, because there's 2 of us. I mean, unless you don't want to be on video at all, you just want to be a voice.
Yeah, I just want to be a voice.
Okay. Well, then,
See
yeah,
what I'm
that's a little
saying?
bit different. Well, no,
It
because
would
I
be
still
pretty.
have to patch your audio into OBS somehow to get it up onto Twitch if you want to be heard. It
Oh, I thought it went through the Xbox. Is what I'm saying.
does. Yeah. It would go through the game capture. But we're
Right.
I love you, buddy. I'm just
I'm just
it
I'm
doesn't
just
just
trying to
happen
grow
when
you.
magic is all I'm saying. I don't
Okay.
need to grow. I don't care about I don't care at all. Like I do this because it's fun and I keep hoping that people will watch us at some point, but it just doesn't happen. So it is what it is.
I'm at 93.7. I'm on the road to 1,000. I'm
Woohoo!
trying. My my newest video was at 4 for 24 hours, and now it's at 1,000. I don't know how that works.
All right, man. Give us a send off.
Do you like Wendy's?
I do, actually.
You like it when these nuts hit off your chin?
And I fell for that. That was not a good send off. A good send off is telling people, okay, thanks for joining us, Maz and SACK. Please like and subscribe or some shit. Follow us.
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Maybe.
With the effing Evolution weekend.
All right. Okay.
Thank you for not viewing our podcast.
Yeah, for real. Thanks for not watching. Love you guys.
Goodbye.